Hello, good evening, guys. My name is Abraham Estrella. I'm from CE 209. As you all know, structural and site planning, Diane's class, section ST2. And today I'll be talking about the role of a general contractor regarding construction. So let's go right into this and let's explain what it is. Well, the role of a contractor is basically to provide all the materials, labor, equipment, such as materials for the construction site and services necessary for the construction of the project. A general contractor often hires specialized subcontractors to perform all or portions of the construction work. Now, specifically, you might ask, what is a general contractor individually? Well, he is an individual who is responsible for the day-to-day operations and oversight of a construction project. In addition to this, in addition to this general role, a general contractor is responsible for acting as the intermediary between the design team, the construction workers, and the owner of the underlying project. So he works with the owners and the contractors to make this happen. A general contractor will communicate with all those individuals and organizations involved in the project. So basically, he's in a way, he's like a telephone where he has to basically try to connect everybody in order for them to communicate about certain things in the project. Moving on, we're going to be talking about the responsibilities of the general contractor. Okay, before I say that, I like to say that a general contractor is one of the main important pieces to making a construction project. A general contractor will visit and access the construction site. Keep that in mind, guys. When evaluating the property, the contractor will formulate an expected price for the project, known as the estimate. So he makes the price, basically. Upon determining the price for the property, the contractors will then evaluate the cost of all materials, equipment, as well as cost of labor. After analyzing the expected cost of the project, the contractor will provide the owner of the building with an estimated price for the entire construction process. Following the delivery of the expected price for the project, the contractor will draw up contracts from the owner, the employees, and the design team. These contracts will elaborate on the budget and the conditions revolving around the plans and specifications of the project. The contractor will utilize a design professional, such as an architect or an engineer, to evaluate the necessities of the project in alignment with the building's design or structure. So he makes sure he correlates with both the engineer and the architect to make sure that the design of the project is accurate. That being said, the contractor will commonly act as the project engineer or the project manager in the majority of construction sites. So he's making sure that everything is on top, everything's going well with each individual working in the project. An owner of the building or a real estate developer will develop a project based on their need and wants. So the general contractor, he acts depending on what the owner asks of him, what the owner wants. That's what he does. Following the development of the idea the owner makes, the owner will then choose a site or location for the project to be built on. An architect or design professional will then assemble a design team of engineers to design the building and pinpoint specifications needed for construction. So the owner is going to contact architects and the design team for them to pick a right spot in order to make the construction project. During this phase, which is called the initial phase, the general contract will participate in the design efforts by providing services aligned with price, estimations, and information revolving around scheduling. The owner and the general contractor, as well as the architect, will then work closely together to meet the deadline and budget of the project. The general contractor will work with subcontractors to ensure that all quality standards that have been met, in addition to the budget and timeline. So, to summarize all this up, basically the general contractor, he's the one that puts everything together. He contacts the engineers, the design team, the architects to make sure everything is good.